Hi, my name is Ross Richardson. I'm in third year studying illustration at Edinburgh College of Art. The way I would describe my art form is art and design that has a practical purpose. So I'm really interested in like scientific illustration and medical illustration, and that's kind of the field I want to get into. But I'm also interested in like kind of evoking certain moods and feelings and atmosphere through design. I decided to study at Edinburgh because my mum's Scottish, so I've always wanted to live in Scotland at some point. The course just looked really good. And I'd been in Edinburgh a couple times and I love the feel of the city. Outside my course, I like to keep fit, go for runs. I do gymnastics at the uni. I like hill walking, reading. Um, yeah, not much you can do at the moment with lockdown, but recent projects I've done include a film poster illustrating a science fiction short story, cards for the classroom to start a conversation with kids about well-being, and adapting a short story by Jack London called Goodbye Jack. Inspiration for me just kind of includes the natural world. I like doing landscapes, but then also going a bit deeper. Scientific illustration is something I'm really interested in. So I really like artists like Matthew Borrett, Jung Ho Lee, MC Escher, yeah, artists like that. My ideal audience would kind of be a varied audience. I like trying to convey information with my work, use like universal symbols and languages to get an idea or a feeling across. Anything that can kind of explain something complicated, maybe like a body process, and then simplify it. So, like for medical students, or maybe someone that's just like interested in getting to know more about some certain area of science. Yeah, I'd like to create work that's easily accessible for a wide range of people. What I'm really enjoying about the art industry at the moment is how I think people are coming around to valuing creatives a bit more, especially in lockdown. A lot of people turn to Netflix and TV shows and listen to music. And I think people are now realizing that, yeah, they're a massive group and force of people that make shows like that possible. So you have costume designers, set designers, art directors. So I think, yeah, they're getting valued a lot more in society. What I would like to see change about the art industry, just going a step further, valuing those creatives a bit more. I think, especially with freelance, people can get shortchanged. If I had my own exhibit, I think I would exhibit artworks that are quite subtle and understated, minimal. It's quite interesting in that I also do fine art as well as illustration, and my fine art is wildly different from my illustration. And I think that's because, from a graphic design point of view, illustration has to be eye-catching. But if I were to have like a fine art exhibition, I think it would be more subtle. I have exhibited my work before in a number of exhibitions. It's quite interesting when I go to sit down to make fine art, it's often like everything my illustration isn't. So I often do black and white. I make it quite simplistic, quite minimal, quite subtle. Whereas my illustration is often quite colorful and impactful and has a lot going on. What I'd like to do in the future is work in a team and work towards some kind of end goal and end product. So whether that's like a website conveying information to the public about some area of science, especially with the pandemic going on, it's more topical now than ever. Or maybe like working on an app and creating illustrations and the graphic designs for, yeah, maybe like a meditation app or an app encouraging people to get out into nature. So kind of something which requires a lot of people to work together for an end goal and kind of reaches a wider audience. I'd like to work in a group scenario like that.